2,000 pot. 30, can you get paid for 35? She'll be trying to...
20,000. Sorry.
20,000. That's cheap enough to get a call. Now the big problem for Amy is, do not, Amy, whatever you're thinking, do not push all in.
I think she sized it very well here, Angie. I mean, that 20,000 is going to come in really handy.
Hope you don't have ace queen.
Better.
Cool.
You got ace. Trips. Oh, nice hand.
There is a feeling, or I have the feeling, that I can easily see any of these five taking it down.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kelly, with her limp folding, has played the weakest, but who's to know how Kelly's going to play when the blinds go up and she's under threat? One double through, and you're a danger in this community. But Kelly needs to find a bit more aggression, which surprises me, because I tipped her to be the most aggressive, and she's been the most passive so far.
Yeah, she's
Right.
the youngest. And this is... The limp has come from Amy Trod.
10,000 more.
And wow, ace deuce for Mulder, and this is real decision time for May. It's not automatic, is it?
No, ace jack again on the big blind. If she was heads up with Mulder on the small blind, there'd be an automatic raise here. It's a big hand heads up, but she's worried about Trod behind her.
I think she's also worried about her stack size. Ace jack looked very strong when he had about 180,000.
Cool.
Cool.
I kind of fancied that she was going to throw that away, Amy Maceras. I mean, as it is, it's it's better than Maud's hand. Maud certainly can't like this state of affairs.
Well, I don't think she does like the state of affairs. I think she might like it a little more now because she has the nut flush draw, and I can't see that she's going anywhere. She's going to lead right out a position into this, and you know what? She might just take it down straight away.
Oh, that feels like a very weak bet to me. 15 into 42.
But what are you calling? I mean, if you have ace-jack on that board, what are you calling to hit? A jack? Is that going to be good enough on a queen-high board? If you hit your ace, maybe you think you're good, but do you call for a three-outer? No, you throw it away.
And
sometimes also, Jesse, a weak bet like that can be a strong bet. It might say, come on, stay in with me, I've got a monster.
Amy Trod's, she's got a sort of a problem here, but to be fair, this was always going to be the problem when she limped in, wasn't it? She was always going to be facing a bet and overcards on the flop.
Yep, you limp in with sixes, you're always going to see overcards. What do you do now? Okay, she's got position, she knows the bet's weak. Can she find it in herself? If she raises, she might just push Mulder off this, but if she raises and Mulder pushes, can she call with sixes? Probably no.
Right, she's compartmentalizing her stack there. She's got about 90 right there, and the bet is 15. So what kind of raise can she make where she can get Maud off some hands?
Really, a one... She's pushed it away.
Yeah.
I think that's the correct move. She has one move there to push all in. That's the only thing. Otherwise, if she just raises to 40 and Mulder pushes all in, how can she call with a pair of sixes and she's thrown half of her stack away?
Well, time to have a little reconnoiter here, and Maud Mulder, she's won 11 hands, and she's got the chips that reflect that.
It's not the hands you win though, Jessie. May Maceras has won 10 hands. She's down to 66,000 chips. She has one move now with the blinds going up. Push.
Welcome back to Heat 2 of the Party Poker Women's World Open 2. Blinds are up to 3 and 6,000 now, Norman. And, you know, who is this going to affect most?
Well, it always affects the short stacks the most. They're under most threat from the blinds. May Maceras has 66,000 chips. The blinds go through her once. That's 9,000 taken away from that stack. And so she's going to have to get busy soon.
Yeah, and Angie Davis has chosen just to limp in here with the Queen 10. I'm guessing, and it's rare for Angie to limp, so I'm guessing this has something to do with May Maceras. Perhaps she doesn't... It was kind of clever, actually. Had Angie raised, may have just tapped there. It's interesting.
Well, everybody misses that flop.
You know, and you could see the
Check.
problem May was facing. You know, had Angie made it
Check.
like 18,000, May would have had a perfect re-raising all-in stack, but it just felt like too much, didn't it, to go all in with 66. That's gonna get Angie into some trouble, this card.
Well, you see, I like the fact that
16,000.
that Maud Mulder is going to make a stab at this. Why not? She's got the chips to do so. She doesn't know that that hits both of her opponents.
Yeah, it is a nice bet, isn't it? But it's going to... It's actually... this may have done Angie a big favor. You know, how does the Queen 10 look right now that it's been a bet and a raise all in?
Well, the scary thing from my point of view, looking at that board, if I don't know the cards, is a lot of players in a limped pot will be playing 7-8. That's a bit of a scare.
And Angie's taken the information offered to her and gotten away from it.
Well, yes, I think there's a bit of Hollywood going on there. Maud is just saying, oh, I've got a big hand unfolding to you. Actually, she's got
Thank you.
ace high.
I thought you said how much. That's why I looked to you.
Little smile from May and Martha. Well, nothing
Yeah.
ventured, nothing gained.
Where else in the world, Jesse? Here we are in England. We have a Spanish woman and a Dutch woman sitting next to each other, speaking perfect poker talk, which is American, really.
Yes, everything but the Insta call. Huh?
Oh, I don't like that Insta stuff. It's like the word cool. No man over 40 should ever be heard using Insta or cool.
Pass.
Nice hand for Angie Davis.
Raise to 16,000 total.
6 plus 10.
Oh my God.
This is going to be...
Cool. Cool.
Oh, wow. It's going to be a car crash. And I mean, I love when someone's got the gamble to be able to slow play a big pair. Maud is not to know that had she just re-raised, the chips are just all going in before the flop.
Absolutely. If there's a re-raise, then Davis pushes, Mulder calls. But as it is, by slow playing it, she's giving Davis a chance to get away from this. And
Yeah.
if an ace falls,
Right.
she's trapped
Then-
herself.
Then she's trapped herself. You know, when you slow play the kings, you can get on a lot more hands, but against the ace-king, difficult.
Now that's the kind of flop that hits an awful lot of hands. Now we know it hasn't hit
10,000.
Angie, but I'd be treading carefully, thinking that anybody in that pot, Jack, 8,
Raise.
Raise.
Queen, and it's suited as well, I'd be worried.
Raise to 30,000 total.
That's a really... It's a mini raise, a minimum raise,
Cool.
and you know, I'm not exactly sure what that accomplished for Maud except to make the pot bigger.
I think she's just building the pot. She knows she's ahead. She's hoping her opponent has ace, queen, or ace, jack.
Check.
I
She
think-
can't give a free card here, but she has given a
she's-
free
Wow, I
card.
feel like she's playing with fire.
A 10 or an ace will kill her dead well. She's missed those, and she's done Angie a favour here.
Check.
She's done Angie a favour. Angie can now get off this hand without too much damage, losing almost the minimum. Had Maud Mulder re-raised pre-flop, all of the chips had gone in, and she would have taken all of her opponent's chips.
Yeah, and you know, it was really interesting the way Maud played that, because it was like as soon as that flop came down, all she was doing was looking for a cheap showdown, which it was a pretty scary board. Maud Mulder, pound for pound, she has played a stormer. I mean, she's mixed it up with May several times, and
Pass.
eventually got the best of her.
I'm
And-
very surprised there. She has King 10 suited and a massive chip lead. A lot of players would not take their foot off the gas they'd be raising with that hand.
Raise to 16,000 total.
You know, there could be a table dynamics thing about it. I mean, with the blinds there, obviously a lot of these players now have a great, as you say, re-raising stack. And we've seen a lot of people sort of,
Cool.
May especially, and Angela a little bit, sort of dust off their chip lead. And one thing Maud's doing by not playing is preserving her stack.
She certainly is. It's very interesting that Amy Chod wants to play pots with May. Okay? The number of
It is,
times
isn't
she's
it?
called May's raise just to be in a pot with her. Now, as it happens, on this occasion she has position as well, and Jack